I guess we'll just send out a reminder to start now.
I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody out. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started, everybody. We have about 15 people on, and I'm sure we'll have more people hop on. I'm recording for anybody that has team members that couldn't get on tonight, so we're recording the call. So the main thing we're going to talk about is how exciting convention was this year. If you weren't able to be there, we certainly missed you, but it was an amazing time. We had just about 12,000 people there. It was super exciting to be there, to see just the growth from last year. We doubled from last year, the people that were there, and just the excitement. I remember walking in and being on the jewel floor and just kind of looking around and just seeing oh my goodness, an arena full of excited Plexus people. It was unbelievable. And just to be a part of the culture of Plexus, there's really nothing like it, truly. It's absolutely amazing. And Plexus does everything first class, and they treated us amazing the whole time, spoiled us like crazy. And I know the people that are on here will testify to that as well. So tonight we're just going to talk about the new products, and we're also going to launch a little bit of the Leaders Retreat. What we're going to do for Leaders Retreat, getting to Leaders Retreat, we want every single person on this team to be at Leaders Retreat. It is different than convention, where we are partnered with leaders in the company. And so convention is awesome and it gets you excited and pumped up, but Leaders Retreat is more of a treat for us because we have to earn it. And so it means so much more because we actually have to earn our way there. And we're going to tell you guys exactly how you're going to be able to get there tonight. So first thing I want to go over really quick, and I don't have a graphic up to go over it, but I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the new products. I'm going to have Melanie go over the new block, but I'm going to talk to you real quick about the Edge. I truly believe that this is going to be a game changer for our business, this product. The reason I think that, there's a lot of reasons I think that. The main reason I think that is because it's going to be fast acting, or it is fast acting. So people are actually going to see immediate results from this product. You take it, a lot of people are taking it in the morning with their slim. You can also take it in the afternoon when you feel that afternoon slum. But it's fast acting. It's going to give you that natural sustained energy. They are recommending that if you are the type of person that is sensitive to caffeine at all, that you do take it with food, so you don't get jitters and things like that. It's really the same as the accelerator and the boost. It has natural caffeine in it. So you're going to want to take it with food if you are sensitive to that. Always tell your people, your potential customers, potential ambassadors, if they have blood pressure issues, if they have heart issues, you want to take it to their doctor. If you're a normal person that drinks coffee every day, Coke, and is not sensitive to caffeine and doesn't have heart issues or anything like that, I would, tell them to take it. I mean, I think that they'll be good. It's still a natural product, but, we do have to be sensitive to telling people to take it to their doctor too. So we always want to be safe in that. So it's an amazing product. It truly is. Brad has been taking it for 3 days and he really notices a difference in his mood. I always feel like he's in a fairly even keel mood, but I can definitely tell that he's even in a better mood. Not as irritated with the kiddos, I guess, those things, those daily things. But it's an amazing product. You guys are going to absolutely love it. I actually ordered 6 bottles of it, so I'm waiting for it to get. It should be here tomorrow, so I'm super excited. Enhanced concentration. I think that we all need that. I think with our day-to-day task and everything that we have to do daily, it always helps to have something that enhances our concentration, enhances our mood for sure. So sharper focus, which is amazing. So let's see. I think the reason I love it the most too is I think there is a energy drink craze nowadays. I see people all the time walking around with the Red Bull, walking around with the Monster, walking around with the Coke, with the Starbucks. And it's just our society has become consumed by these energy drinks that are really, really bad for you. I mean, if you look at the ingredients, you look at everything that they can cause, they're not good for you. And so we have something that can replace that, that's natural. And I just think that it's going to be life-changing for people. And I think it's going to really, really be life-changing for our business. I truly do. So get excited about this product. I know that I can already tell the difference in my sales. I've actually had 4 customers come back. I haven't even said a word. They've seen it on Facebook. I posted my link in one of my posts a couple days ago, and they are just like, okay, I want to try it. So they just get on my site and order it. I am looking at sending, and Brad's working on it because he needs to help me with my business. I'm to that point where I need his help. So he's going to help me come up with a message to send to inactive ambassadors and customers, and basically just telling them about this new product and how excited we are about it, and we really would love to have them back. And it's up to me whether I want to offer them like a little discount or whatever for coming back. I could do something like that. You know, that always helps people. But once he has that written up, which is going to be tonight because I told him he had to do it even on Father's Day, I'm going to upload it to the team page. That way you guys can take a look at it and you can duplicate what we've done. And Melanie actually has one too, so she can kind of share what she did. And she's going to talk a little bit. Melanie, unmute yourself and talk a little bit about the block with that for us.
Okay, so I am one of those that have always loved block, and it was always in my purse, but I always forgot to take it on time. So I don't know if any of you guys saw the video. I know I posted on my team page because it cracked me up, because I totally felt like the lady in the video that was like reading a book and like waiting to like take, eat her food, right? It's just not real life. So I felt like I was like, I don't even know if this is working, because I was usually would like be eating my Mexican food and like, oh man, I should really take block right now. So I love it that our new block is fast acting. So you're able to take it with your meal right away, and it's going to work. So it's going to block 48% of carbs and sugars from turning to fat. Y'all, this is a game changer. I mean, who doesn't love carbs and sugars, right? And who wants them to turn to fat? No one. So this is going to be these 2 products are going to be, I feel like, a game changer for our businesses. Because I feel like block was always a top seller, but now that people don't have to wait 30 minutes, I feel like people are going to be more consistent with it and going to be ordering it more consistently. And I know that I've already heard really good results from taking these 2 products together with the Slim. I mean, even with some of the testers. So it's been I'm really excited about these 2 products. Sarah is asking a question. Let's see. Is it safe to take with Accelerator? I take Accelerator at breakfast and one at lunch. Would like to take Edge mid-morning or mid-afternoon. Sarah, I mean, I was wondering if you have any blood pressure issues, because that would be my only concern firsthand. But I mean, it is supposed to be safe to take them together. Mm-hmm. But if you have any heart issues or blood pressure issues, I would definitely show your doctor and let them approve it first.
Absolutely.
Would be my initial thought on that.
Definitely.
And Rach, yes, it is. Melissa comments are that you can take Edge with all products. Yes, absolutely. So yeah, so block is going to be, I'm really excited about block. I've actually already been taking it as well. And I have the new one. So I'll be taking both of those. I have taken Edge the last 2 days. I definitely feel more focused, and I'm loving that just natural energy. I'm taking it in the morning right now. So I'm excited to see how I feel in the gym tomorrow. I haven't worked out, so we'll see. I'm going back to the gym tomorrow, so curious to see if it even gives me a little bit more pep during my workouts. But anyway, yeah, you guys are going to love it. Definitely, be posting. This is the time. I have posted. I've already been reaching out to some of my white lines, and also some former customers, not all of them yet, but definitely I have a lot responding today, really excited, wanting to learn more about these products. So y'all, I mean, energy is something that we all, a lot of us lack. So this is a great time to have that excuse to follow up. Even if you followed up yesterday, we have a new product out. So make sure you're reaching all those people it gives you a great excuse to follow up again. Yep. And we have those shareables in the back office. So make sure you're using those. It's a great resource for us. We have a lot of new resources to be able to help us in our business, which we'll talk about a little bit tonight as well.
Perfect.
Has anyone heard of the shareables? Do they know what?
Should I try to show everybody where that is?
Yeah. Why don't you jump on and show under tools?
Okay. I've never gone there myself, so bear with me here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Because a lot of people probably don't know exactly where it is.
Can y'all see that?
We can see the PowerPoint. It's got still the Leaders Retreat PowerPoint up.
Okay.
Maybe just minimize that for a second and then.
Yeah, I'm going to get out of it real quick.
But yeah, that shareables is a cool feature that they.
So cool. Okay, hold on.
I love it that it goes to your website. But did you notice that if you click on the edge, then it showed the block rather than the edge?
Yeah, they're working on that right now. It's just a little glitch, I think.
Love it.
But hopefully, I'm sure Monday it'll get fixed.
Y'all notice the difference in our homepage too. I don't know if y'all saw that.
Yeah, it confused me at first. I was like, wait.
I know. I'm like, whoa.
Where do I go?
Sorry, y'all. It's slower when I have two things up. Okay. It's under communication. No. I haven't gone there yet, so tell me where it is.
Tools. Yep.
Okay, so tools, then shareables.
And then it'll direct them back to your website. So they have, there you go. Mm-hmm.
There's block, there's edge. Tells you why you need block. That's cool.
So you just click on the one that you want, the graphic that you want, and then it'll post on your page. But then when people click it, it goes straight to your website. They can get the info and order.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And then it'll go straight to your Facebook.
So cool. I love that.
Yeah, so awesome. See, I think people are visual learners, like.
Yeah, you're right.
So we have all these different ones, guys, that you can use. And I don't know. I mean, I haven't, unfortunately, taken advantage of more social media. We probably should, Laura, but I don't know if you do use Twitter or Pinterest or any of these others. But
I use Pinterest a lot more than Twitter. Twitter, I don't really understand. So if somebody could enlighten me on that, I don't. I use hashtags all the time, but I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Okay, these brochures are awesome.
Yes.
I have two that somebody gave me because I didn't go in the store and order any, but they're awesome brochures. I don't know who's in charge of our brochures right now, but golly, they do a good job.
They introduced him.
I saw him, but I don't remember his name.
I don't either. But.
These are amazing, amazing tools. So, and you can browse digital brochures and all that. So a lot of neat things in our back office right now. I really love it.
I hope everybody's checking it out. It's good stuff. They're working hard to help us. They have everything at our fingertips to help us be successful in the business for sure. Yeah,
and some other things that they launched too, which I really love, is they're going to start doing live chats. So
yes.
Instead of us calling into customer service about everything, there's going to be people on live chats 24/7. So we can go to if we have a question, you go to a live chat, live person, like immediately. So I thought that was really neat that they've done that for us. They're doing so many things to help us in our business. Shipping right away. Oh my goodness. Right. I mean, compared to 3-4 months ago, it's just amazing what they're doing for us. They really, and that's one thing I took out of it that I absolutely love is when Tarl said, or I think it was either Tarl or Alec, but he goes, they don't just look at what's best for the company. They look at what's best for us as ambassadors and as customers. They really, really take care of us and they care about us so much. And that's one thing I feel like I got out of the convention is that they care about us so much. And that they are willing to do whatever it takes to help us in our business. And I just think that we have the best executives and the best company around. I truly do.
Absolutely. Yes, I agree.
Let's see here. So
It's not
anything
a
else?
the words convention. Everyone needs to get there for sure next year. Save the date, sometime in June.
Yes.
I don't know where, but they'll launch it at Leisure Retreat. They'll tell us where
Yeah.
the next convention will be.
So exciting. Okay. Anything else on the website?
Trying to think if there's anything else new. I don't remember anything else new offhand. Besides, I can find it in my team page, but the Consistency Club.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing I was going to talk about on the edge, I posted an article today on my team page about the L-theanine. So, Laura, I can post on your page too, but it talks about benefits for mood, sleep, and weight loss. So that's pretty cool.
Oh,
That's
good.
the primary ingredient in the edge.
Yes.
So I found an article
Oh, good.
that I can post for you as well. But
That would
really-
be great. Yeah, but I mean, even what I love too is that they take everything into account. I mean, you notice like the marketing in this, even the bottle, like the way the bottle is, I really feel like it's more of I feel like Plexus needed kind of a male product. And
Yes.
I really do feel like the Edge is marketed towards, I mean, obviously women too, but it's really marketed towards men because I see a lot of men that drink energy drinks and all that. And so, and it's also a good pre-workout supplement. You know, you can take it pre-workout. Sarah Taylor was telling me that in the airport. She did a lot of research on the product, and she said it's a great, great, great pre-workout product.
Awesome. I'll try it tomorrow for the gym. See how
That's
it's
going to be an amazing, amazing marketing tool for us for men, because I know a lot of men, they go to the gym and they want something to give them energy, and so they can take this 30 minutes before a workout, and it's really good pre-workout. So it's kind of like Boost, I guess, but even better because it's going to give you that sustained energy that you need for a workout. So she told me that little tidbit in the airport, and I figured I'd share that with y'all. So, but I love it that it's marketed towards men, because I'm going to send actually my cousin, who's been a huge skeptic of mine, the one that I had to unfriend on Facebook because he won't take any of the products, and he's a huge skeptic, but he works out and he drinks Monsters all the time. And so I'm just going to send him a free bottle and say, hey, no hard feelings if you don't like it, but I want you to try this. So that's what he gets.
One thing I did want to mention too, that I forgot to tell you guys about, since we're talking products, there was one really good graphic about the difference from Boost and Accelerator. I feel like a lot of people struggle with that. And they had a little graphic, you probably remember it, Laura, but Boost talks about helps suppress hunger, and it says Accelerator helps burn fat. So,
yeah, I have it on my phone.
Anyway, so it's designed to help suppress hunger. Accelerator is designed to help burn fat. How do they differ from the new Edge? Okay, because a lot of people are going to be asking you this question. Edge is designed for energy and mental clarity. For those that used to rely on energy drinks to get them through the day, the Edge is designed to replace those drinks. I hope that clears up any confusion for you guys. So I thought I would just share that with you because I know that's going to be something you're going to be asked a lot.
Yes.
And they're always going to say, so you're going to really have to know, the difference there.
Absolutely, yeah.
The differences between Edge. I sure can, Lynette, no problem. I have the graphic here. I'll just save it to my phone so I don't forget. So anyway, I have a lot of this on my team page. I was just looking back, but the Consistency Club, I mean, on that, Laura, do you have the graphics saved possibly? Did you post it on your team page?
You know what?
Melissa's got them on hers today if you want to do it quickly.
I'm fixing to go to Facebook right now and see if I can pull it up.
Basically, you have a 300 and a 500 club. Let me see. Oh, she's got it right here.
Does she have it?
She just has the graphics posted saying the 300 club or the 500 club.
Okay.
So I think I don't know. I think it's like, 8 of the 10 months of the year?
Yes, 8 out of 10 months.
Yeah, you'll have to bear with us, guys, because we're learning with you. So
yeah, we just learned about this, and our binds are basically mush right now because we learned so much, and I didn't get any sleep while I was there just because
we didn't get any sleep.
Going. So let's see.
Okay, here it is right here. Right. Thank you, Rachel. She's got it handy.
Okay.
It says basically for the Consistency Club, it runs from June 1st, 2016 to March 31st, 2017. And the monthly 300 club, it's 300 personal volume. You have 3 existing customers who have placed an order in the current month. Add 1 new customer who has placed an order in the current month. And then monthly club 500 is 500 personal volume. You have 5 existing customers who have placed an order in the current month. Add 3 new customers who have placed an order in the current month. Meet all those qualifications in either club, and here's what you will receive. A custom design certificate the first time you hit a club, signed by CEO Tarl Robinson and President Alec Clark. Email recognition monthly, shareable social media graphic monthly, additional recognition opportunities all year long. And then you'll get annual recognition. You'll have the opportunity to earn recognition in the 2017 convention. So I'll post this on the page, but it just talks about qualify at 8 out of the 10 months from June 1 to March 31st. And you'll earn the standing recognition, the custom design club, 300 pad folio to show off your success year round. And then the 500 club, if you do 8 of the 10 months, you'll earn a special recognition and a custom co-branded rustic cuff bracelet for women or a co-branded leather right band for men. In addition to the fantastic annual recognition, there will be opportunities all year long to earn additional recognition when you focus consistently growing your business. Tools for Success, we want to help you track your success, and at the beginning of July, they will be introducing a brand new interactive Consistency Club dashboard in your back office. Yeah. Get in motion right away as Consistency Club begins retroactive on June 1. We look forward to recognizing in July for your June efforts. So anyway, that's just a little bit about that.
I think there's a video posted too from convention that Mary Ann did explaining it.
Yeah, I have a lot of those on my phone. It's just a lot of them are really long. So they're almost too long to post. They're telling me they're too long. So I'll look, see if I can.
I don't know because I was a convention stalker.
Yeah, I know, Mom. That's good though.
Convention stalker, is that what she said?
She was, yeah. She was so sad she wasn't there.
Oh, I'm sad you weren't there.
Thanks, Rachel, for that, letting us know it was on Diamond Ducks because it was quick to find.
Okay, let's see. What am I doing? Are we going to go over
We're going to go over Leaders Retreat?
Yeah, let's do that.
Or do you want to talk about Amazing Race? Either way.
Let's do Leaders Retreat first because that'll go into it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so we're going to go over Leaders Retreat and how you can get to Leaders Retreat. Okay, now this is bare minimum though. Like we don't want you to just get to Leaders Retreat. We want you to earn prizes at Leaders Retreat.
Right, absolutely.
I mean, we definitely I think getting there is going to be, I don't want to say it's going to be easy because I don't want people to feel like, I'm just saying that. But I do feel like it's extremely attainable this year though.
Very.
They started June 1st. The contest started June 1st. So a lot of you already have points. So we're going to show you basically how you're going to be able to get there. So we're going to upload this to both of our team pages, and we're going to have contests to help you get there. Our Amazing Race contest that we're going to go over here in a little bit. So Leaders Retreat 2016, here we go. So these are the basics. A lot of you have already seen this graphic. So you're going to get 10 credits for every ambassador you sponsor level 1 through 4 to you, okay? So you get 10 credits for all of those. So you need to focus on your lower levels. A lot of you, just the good thing is you only have lower levels. When you get as large as Melanie and I are, sorry, I told you I was tired. We had levels 13s, 14s, and none of those levels count. So we really need to focus on our lower levels. And so anybody that you add level 1 through 4 to you get 10 credits. Love that. Anybody you personally sponsor as a retail or preferred customer that has $50 in PV or more, so you definitely want them to order more than one product unless it's the Slim, you get 10 credits for, which is great. So new customers you get credits for as well. And then also probably the biggest way that you can earn, biggest way that you can earn credits towards Leaders Retreat is your personal volume, okay? So anything that you get 200 to 499, they're going to give you 20 credits, okay? I don't want anybody to just get 20 credits on their personal volume though. I want you to get more than that. So 500 to 999, you're going to get 75 credits. If anybody ends at 999, I'm not going to be happy about it. That's $1 away from getting 150 credits, okay? So if you get to 1,000 to 24.99, you get 150 credits. towards Leaders Retreat. That's a huge deal. Okay. I think that is very attainable. With our new product, you guys should be selling the heck out of it. I'm almost already to 1,000. And, it's, normally I'm only at about 500 right now, just because I don't have as many customers now as ambassadors, because I usually flip. So I'm already almost at 1,000. I think it's extremely, extremely attainable with our new products that you can get to 1,000 PV, not only this month, but for July and August as well. It's going to give you 150 credits towards Leaders Retreat. Okay, that's a big deal. 2,500, a lot of our team, there's people on our team, Melanie included, who's an Emerald Ambassador, that gets to 2,500 PV. So it is very possible for you to get to 2,500 PV, and you get 300 credits. So honestly, you can earn Leaders Retreat on personal volume alone. Because if you get 300 in June, July, and August, that's 900 credits. So you can earn it just in personal volume. So I think that's amazing. And that's what I love about the contest. Because a lot of people are like, only Jules are going to earn, the prizes. It's not true. If you have very high personal volume and you're adding to your team, you can just as easily win that shopping spree as I can and Melanie can. Okay. So just remember that. It's not just for Jules. It's for everyone. Okay. Let's see. Is that good? Are we good on that? Melanie, you want to add anything to that?
No, I think that's pretty
good. Okay. So now now that we've shown you what it takes to get there, we're going to actually break it down for you. Okay. So here's the prizes. So 750 credits get you qualified. You get to go to Leaders Retreat. The great news is there are people on here that aren't in Texas, but most of our team is in Texas. We get to drive there. We don't have to pay for a flight. So honestly, if you qualify, it's a 3-hour drive if you're from here. So it's really no excuses. You got to be there. So anyway, 750 to qualify, 900 credits. Like I said, if you do June, July, August, 2,500 PV, you've already earned the fun money. It's $150 fun money, which is amazing. That's going to pay for, a couple nights. Well, they pay for your hotel once you qualify. And that's another thing. Once somebody had a question about, what does that do for me? And that gets your hotel stay. Okay. It doesn't include travel and all that, but it does get your hotel stay for is it 2 nights that we're there, Melanie?
I think it's 25th through the 27th.
It's the 27th through the 29th. 27th.
Oh, 27th through the 29th. Yeah,
so
sorry.
2 nights, 3 days, 2 nights.
Yeah, 2 nights.
Sorry. It's Brad's birthday. That's the only reason I remember.
Yeah. And also it says here at the bottom, just so you guys, I don't know if you can read that, but that you can, it's for yourself and a guest. So transportation is not included. So,
right.
And, so just, if you are far away, just keep that in mind, but it's definitely worth it to go. Like,
absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. If you qualify, yeah, it's definitely worth it. And that's why we want you guys to win these prizes, so that if you do have to fly, you're at least getting these rewards, and you can help you pay for it. So private reception, I don't know what the Glass Cactus is, but obviously it's a nice restaurant there. That's 1,350 credits, 1,900. I think the reason she has it circled is because this is where everybody's focus is probably going to be, where everybody's going to win, most of the stuff. 1,900 credits, $750 happy cash. I mean, that'll pay, if you have to travel, that'll pay for your travel easily.
Absolutely.
And just a few bills as well. So that's great. 2,900 credits gives you the celebrity chef tasting with the executives, which is going to be super cool. And then, of course, what everybody's main goal is to get at the shopping spree. It's a $3,000 shopping spree to Nordstrom. So 4,000 credits for that. That's obviously going to be, it's always my goal to get the shopping spree. So, I mean, we're going to go for it as a team. I know that you guys are going to rock it out. And I will tell you right now, it is not out of the question for any of you guys to win that shopping spree. Anybody can do it. It started June 1st. It's going to go through August. So you guys can do it. Set your goals for it. And we're going to break down what your goals need to be in order to get there. So Jamie Holbert made up this PowerPoint, and she's like a huge number. She's a math teacher, so she's a huge math person. Melanie or I were going over this, and I'm so horrible at math. I need a calculator for everything, but she did do the math right. So basically, she has it broken down. If you get to 500 PV with 3 new customers and 3 new ambassadors, that's going to total 135 points for June. Okay. In July, if you get to 700 PV and you add 2 new customers and 9 new ambassadors, that's 180. This is extremely conservative. Okay. I want you to add way more than 3 new ambassadors this month. Okay. You should have already added more than that, but this is conservative and this is just going to show you exactly how to get there. Okay. 1,000 PV in August with 3 new customers and 27 new ambassadors gets you 450 points. So she breaks it down here. It gives you a total of that many points and it gets you to Leaders Retreat, 700 with a total of 765 points. Okay. Now that's just earning it. I want you guys to go all out. I think a lot of you do limit yourself. I think that you guys need to dream big and just realize that you can go for those prizes. They're not unattainable. They're very, very attainable this year. I think Plexus has really done that for us this year. I think that they've made the prizes easier to attain. I was looking at that and I really do think they're way easier than they were last year. So let me see. Does anybody, I think people have questions. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to the chat. Let me see.
That's okay. It just says, thank you. I'm hoping to at least get my PV up to get there, even if I can't get ambassador. You will be able to, Jackie. You will. Just keep working on the power of 3 with your downline.
And that's what I love too, is you can get there with just your personal volume. That means silvers will qualify for this trip.
Absolutely.
Because I have a ton of silvers that have over 2,000 volume every month.
Oh yeah.
I really do. So you guys can get there with just your PV. I want you guys to grow your team though. That's what this opportunity is too big and too much of a blessing for you not to be sharing this opportunity with people. And you really do have to interview the people, your potentials. And you have to feel them out and know what they want. A lot of people really can use that 25% off their products as a wholesale ambassador. So you really need to be interviewing your people and seeing what's best for them. Somebody has something else.
She's just saying that she wants to win. You'll totally win, Jackie. You're doing awesome.
You are doing awesome, Jackie.
You'll be there.
So proud. I'm so proud of y'all just for being on this call.
I know, right?
It's the committed ones that are on these calls every Sunday are the ones that are going to make it to Leaders Retreat and be the leaders of this company. I'm so incredibly proud of y'all. I truly, truly am.
And Leaders Retreat it's amazing, y'all. You really get to capture the vision of Plexus and they just spoil us. You'll see these events. I mean, they do such an amazing job just really recognizing their investors and taking care of their leaders.
Yeah, and the whole hotel will be plastered in Plexus. I don't know if y'all have ever stayed at the Gaylord Texan, but it is an amazing, fancy, awesome hotel. Brad and I stayed for his company about 10 years ago, and they did the same thing. They spoiled us. I mean, they don't do anything like Plexus does, but we did get gifts in the room. It was fun, but they didn't have Plexus everywhere. But at Leaders Retreat, I mean, there's Plexus everywhere, like Plexus banners. I mean, and then we have a fun little Halloween party that we get to go to where we get dressed up. And just such fun little events and little things that they do. And then the training is going to be amazing too. Like the training for your business, always, always great. So that's kind of a breakdown. And then there's even more of a breakdown here. It just says make an action plan and get detailed about your action plan. So I want every single person on this call and every single person watching the recording to write down your goals. Okay, writing down goals is probably the #1 most important thing in this business. So I want you to write down your goals. So we have 13 weeks, okay, from today. So in order to get 750 points, you divide that by 13. That's 57 points per week. Okay, just say 58 because we round up. So we're going to look at our PV first. So what's your PV right now? What do you need to get there? So let's say you have 500 PV right now. Well, I mean, let's get you to 1,000. Let's get you to 1,000 PV, and it breaks it down of how many total credits you'll have towards contests if you get to that certain PV. So it gives you that weekly progress that you're going to need. So obviously 1,000 to 2,400 is 450 credits towards the contest. And I think this is breaking it down all 3 months. Is that right, Melanie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I thought so. So that's for all 3 months. And then of course, if you get to 2,500 PV, that's obviously your goal. Who doesn't want to get to 25? Not only that, y'all, 2,500 PV, that's a good paycheck.
Absolutely.
Okay? That's a life-changing paycheck. $2,500 times 25%. What is that, Melanie?
Hold on, let me do it on a calculator. I'm a calculator girl.
Oh, I'm horrible now.
25% of 2,500.
Mm-hmm.
$625.
Yeah, that's $625 on your paycheck for getting to 2,500 PV. That doesn't count anything else. That doesn't count your preferred customer bonus. I mean, by the time you get to 2,500 PV, I'm sure you have more than half preferred customers.
Right.
That's an easily over $1,000 paycheck.
Mhm.
So, I mean, not only that, you're getting yourself to Leaders Retreat by having that. So I don't want you to just focus on PV. I want you guys to have a good balance because I do want you to be growing your team. Okay. So I want you to have that healthy balance between getting good PV, having that PV, but also adding to your team. Get people that really, really are excited about this business as well. Okay. And still focusing on the power of 3. Because when you focus on the power of 3, you're still getting those level 1, those level 2 through 4 ambassadors. Because if you sign somebody up new and they're adding people, those are your level 2s. So you have to remember that too. Make a list and keep track of your weekly progress. Always, always. Okay, and so this is going to give you your next breakdown. So this is your example. So it just kind of gives you an exact example of how many people you need per week. Okay, customers and ambassadors. So if you get to 500 to 999 in June, July, and August, that's a total of 225 total credits towards Leaders Retreat. So you need 525 more credits in order to earn it, okay? So it breaks it down. So I need 525 credits to get to Leaders Retreat. Divided by 13 weeks, that equals 40.38 points per week, okay? So we're gonna say you're gonna need, really, we round up, so you're gonna need 5 ambassadors or customers per week in order to earn Leaders Retreat, okay? So it just breaks it down for you. So what I want you to do is I want you to make a graph, and from here on out, I want you to know how many people you need per week to earn Leaders Retreat, okay? And I'm doing the same thing. Melanie is too. We leaders, we write down our goals in this business.
Oh, trust me. And yes. And I remember, when I wasn't, I want it every year for sure, but I feel like a lot of you limit yourselves. So you think, I just want to get there. No, set the bar high.
Yeah.
Go for the biggest goal, right? You don't want to, you want to go for the shopping spree. Why not? Right. And then see where you land, but just activity is what's going to get you there.
Absolutely.
So you have to be in activity every single day and, get your team into activity. As a leader, you control the activity for your team. So you need to be activity and your team is going to match what you're doing. Yes. And so it's really important that you're connecting with your runners, the people that want to grow their business, connect with them. I'm talking to, my level 1s know, my runners, I talk to a lot, pretty much daily, most of them. And it's just depending on if they work full time. Some of them, it's just a couple times a week. But a lot of my runners, the ones that are really actively working the business, have questions. So we just naturally are talking very often.
Yep.
And I have some graphics too that I'll post. But, just knowing that being an activity, your team's going to follow your lead. So right. We'll break it, we'll have this PowerPoint for you to break down, and feel free to meet with your teams. If, some people aren't on tonight and they have questions, you can use this PowerPoint and set up your own training too with your team and go over, an action plan together. So definitely be in that activity, write those goals down and keep track weekly. I also have a Leaders Retreat tracker already on my team page. I've uploaded to the files. So no excuses, guys. You have everything at your fingertips to be successful besides getting out there and actually, signing your customers and ambassadors. So just get into that, income producing activity daily. So.
Yep. Well, and absolutely. And you have to remember that when you're making these goals and you're adding ambassadors to your team and customers, you're growing your team, which is our goal. Okay. Our goal isn't just to get to Leaders Retreat. Our goal is to rank up, and if you're at gold and you're adding this amount of people to your team weekly, you're going to get to your next goal, and that's senior gold. And if you're at senior gold, then it's going to help you get to Ruby. So we're not only helping you get to Leaders Retreat, we're helping you meet your goals in Plexus. And not only that, making a sustainable income for your family. Y'all have to remember that. That's our main goal, is to help you guys become financially free with this company. We have the best compensation plan in network marketing by far. And if you are reaching these goals and you are making your goals high, and you're doing this and writing your goals down, you are reaching, your level of potential, and you are working towards rank advancing in this company and, building a financial wall around your family. So that's our main goal, but this is just going to help you. I mean, I want everybody to be at Leaders Retreat because that's going to help your business, but
Absolutely.
you have to remember the ultimate goal is to help you guys in your goals and reach the next level. So, let's see. Okay, so this is breaking it down if you have 1,000 to $24.99. And this, honestly, this is where I want you guys to be. Because I think this, obviously puts less pressure on you because you've got the 1,000 to $24.99. I really do think it's attainable with our new products to get yourself to 1,000 PV. I see a lot of people that wait, that wait until the 25th, or 26th, or 28th for their auto qual to hit. Guys, you don't need to be, every single person on our team should be at 500 PV by the 26th of the month. I mean, nobody should be waiting to let their auto qual hit. That's not a way to run this business. You need to be on your products for one thing, and you need to have at least 3 to 5 customers every month. That's just my minimum, my bare.
2 years still in the business, I've never been below 1,000 ever.
Yeah.
In over 2 years, I've never. So, and the thing is, like, I'm actively, and even with the last, I guess, 3-4 months, I stayed, above 2,500. And, I had a mission. I not only want to change lives, but I wanted that gala, and it happened. And it was such an exciting moment to get there and be there with all the, top leaders in Plexus. It was such a fun night. It's like the Plexus Emmys, right, Laura?
Yeah, pretty much.
Got all fancy. It was the first time I've done hair and makeup. My makeup anyway, probably since my wedding. So that I can remember. So it was a lot of fun to get glammed up for the night and just, hang around. I got to talk to a lot of the top the people you see on the leaders board that night. And it was great to just get some tips from them. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Great opportunity to hang out with them.
And the thing is, guys, we don't want you in this business to just be floating by. Like, we want you to be making a paycheck every month. We don't want you to just be getting your products and barely being able to afford it every month. Or your team either. We don't want that for your team either, because guess what? If they're barely able to afford their products every month, they're not going to stay because they're not going to see anything happening. They're not going to see a $100, $200, $300 paycheck coming every month because they barely can afford their product. We don't want that. We want people sharing these products and sharing this opportunity so they can see the rewards of it. And we want you to see the rewards of it too. So we don't want you barely being able to afford your products every month, and if you're not sharing the opportunity and, getting out there and sharing these amazing products with people, you're not seeing the fruits of the business. And that's what we really, really want you to see, is how amazing our compensation plan is, because it truly is. So let's see. Sorry, I got off track. I'm passionate about that. Sorry. So 450 total credits towards Leaders Retreat. You need 300 more credits during the 13 weeks. So 300 is very attainable. So attainable. So it breaks it down. You need 23 points per week. And so you need 2.3. So we're going to round up. You need 3 more ambassadors or customers a week in order to get there. So attainable, guys. Really, really attainable. So we want you guys to be there. This is just a breakdown of how you can get there. I think that's the end of it. And let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay, so we're going to post this on the team pages, Melanie's and mine. And so you're going to be able to go back and take a look at what you need to do. You can either print it out and do it, your way and make, mark out the numbers where you need to be. So a lot of you are already over, I don't know. I have a lot of people that are already over 1,000 PV. So they already have, 150 credits there.
Right.
So that's great. And then you've already added to your team. So a lot of people might already have 200-300 points towards Leaders Retreat, which is amazing.
Yep.
Super proud. So I think that's everything. Do we want to go over?
We're going to talk a little bit about the Amazing Race a little bit.
Okay. So, let me stop sharing real quick.
Oh, sorry. We have a couple questions and then we'll go. How do you get such high PV? I talk to people everywhere would be my biggest advice. I'll give you an example. Let's see. Today everywhere I go, I'm trying to be very intentional and talk about plexus. I listen, and when I have an opportunity, I try to bring it up. And I would say, like, definitely in Vegas, I mean, even just like in the airport to getting on the plane, I made 6 new contacts, guys. Like, you just have to listen, and you have a chance to change lives. So you have an opportunity and a product people are desperate for. Never forget the gift of what we have in plexus. Everywhere you go, you have a chance to change that person's life. Today, our waitress at Saltgrass was so incredibly sweet. I set up a phone call with her tomorrow at 3:00. I set up phone calls and I talk to people. That is a very strong way that I close people. Definitely, I get them on the phone. That's what works for me. I was not a big phone talker before plexus, but I sure am now. Because really, this is now my business. So I take it seriously and I treat it like a business. You know, if you want hobby pay, you do hobby hours. If you want business pay, you treat it like a business. And I don't work full time, but yet I'm very intentional with my time when I work my business, and I focus on the income producing activity. To help me get to those goals. So I would say that would be the biggest thing. I always think I'm always prepared. So I always have samples, I have brochures, I have my business cards always on me. I don't walk out the door until I have it ready, because you never know when you're going to have a moment to be able to share it. So if it's just on you, then you're going about your day. I mean, I was shopping for convention and I ran across all kinds of people that were really interested as I was just shopping. So you just never know when you're talking to people and they tell you they're tired, or they're telling you they're trying to make extra money, or they have 3 jobs. I mean, y'all, all of those opportunities, you need to be mentioning plexus. I mean, it's a perfect opportunity. And I get them on Facebook. I get their phone number. I mean, I get their email. Like, I'm covered, you know? So I tend to try to set up phone dates. That works really well for me. So they usually are a little surprised, but they usually take me up on it, and they don't always answer, but typically most call back. So that's what's working for me. I hope that helps.
Melanie. It really is amazing. I mean, and it just proves that you can be an emerald, you can be a jewel ambassador and still have really, really high PV. And it really is all about being bold. Like, we talked to our cab driver, you know, we were talking, his son has type 2 diabetes, you know, and we gave him a stick of Slim and really wanted him. I followed up, you know, I got his information, he got my information, but the girl he talked to before that didn't have a business card. You know, she missed out on that opportunity. She gave him a stick of Slim, but she didn't have a business card. So you can't walk around with Slim without your business card. So you got to be bold. You have to step out of your comfort zone. And like Melanie said, I mean, we have products that are changing people's lives, and you have to remember that. You're not bothering people. You're helping people.
Absolutely. And when you know you have that gift, honestly, it's really selfish not to share. So it's not about you. It's not about us. It's about, we have an opportunity and a product that people are desperate for. Don't forget that more people are going to bed at night more worried about how they're going to pay their bills than the 10 pounds on their hips. So our job is to share. Our job is to get out there and share that product. And, you know, and the other very important thing you have to do is follow up. Just know it's going to take between 5 and 12 times to close them. That is on average. So don't forget about them. So you got to have a good follow-up system. So make sure you're being organized with your contacts and you know who to follow up back with and when. And, you know, don't bother them, but make sure you're continuing to follow up until you hear a big fat no. And you know what? When I hear no, I think, they're going to be back when they're ready. But I don't ever give up on the no's. They turn to yes. So still check in with them. Let them know about the new product, okay? Maybe that's what they need. Maybe this new product is like, oh, well, you know, I wasn't interested in that, but now I'm really interested in this energy thing. So you just never know what's going to draw people in.
What's going to trigger them.
And so really think about what that person needs and how you can best help them. And don't just, you know, think about the way you're following up. You know, send them, say your friend has migraines, send them a testimonial and say, hey, Susie, I read this testimony on migraines today and you're on my heart today and I just wanted to share it with you. Hope you're having a blessed day. Like, it doesn't have to necessarily be about plexus, but also include personal information in there. I saw that your kid, you know, has been really sick. I just wanted you to know I'm praying for them. Let them know you care. Don't just make it all about plexus. I think, you know, keep that relationship. It's all about relationships in this business too. So letting them know that you truly care about them is key.
Absolutely.
And then which products should you talk to your doctor about if there are blood pressure or heart issues? The accelerator or the boost, I typically always have them show. There's a doctor ingredients list that I use that's in the Plexus, powertools.com. You can use that. It's just it's a shortened version of that 22-page document that's really detailed. Doctors aren't going to want to read all that unless they're wanting to join Plexus. So they just want to be able to glance very quickly. They don't have time to analyze everything. So typically that's what I show or send them to show their doctor.
And another thing I want to add to that too, now that we have Dr. Jang on our team, it's a really great resource for us. He actually typed up some stuff on the edge.
Yes.
Like if people have high blood pressure or heart problems, and he typed it up and I put it on my team page. So I want you guys to go back and read that. And he basically broke down each ingredient and how it affects each thing. So it's going to be amazing that we have him on our team because he's a doctor on our team. So, he can go over all that stuff with us and answer those questions that we really weren't able to get answered right away before because we just didn't have that. So, and you're able to make claims on this product now too. It gives you sustained energy, focus. And I love that. It says it right on the bottle. So that's great for us. Our business really is.
Absolutely.
So, okay. So just a little bit real quick. I don't want to go over 9:30. So we're just going to talk really quick about our leaders retreat, amazing race contest. So basically we're going to pair you guys up. I already have some pairs from some of the comments that were made on my team page of people that wanted to be together. And some of you are on the call right now. And so, I'm not going to call the pairs out, but if you have somebody that you want to be, we want to pair you with somebody that's going to hold you accountable and really motivate you. We don't want you to be with your best friend, your BFF, that you feel comfortable with. We want somebody that's going to help you step out of your comfort zone a little bit.
Right.
So, I'm not really sure how we're going to do the pairing yet, Melanie, but I know with your team, you were working on, something.
Yeah, I've actually been working on a little bit, just trying to see some partners, but definitely Laura and I will get together on that and figure out, trying to pair you guys up for sure. That way, if you just need to really be with your BFF, that's fine. But we're trying to get y'all to be, more challenged, and definitely sometimes when you have someone you don't know, you almost feel even more accountable, I feel like. So we're going to take a look at that because we have a lot of names that are really interested, which is so exciting. And I know this is going to really help you guys get into activity. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of, please don't pair me with anyone. What is Sarah?
What?
I'll be my sister's caretaker, Florida post-surgery, and don't want to let anyone down. Oh, Sarah, you're fine. It's okay.
That's okay, Sarah.
She's going to be.
This is not something you have to participate in.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to do it. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
And I know my team's also doing a book study, so there's a lot going on. But this amazing race is basically, it's basically just helping you get into activity. We're going to create the group tonight. We're going to start the pairing. We're going to put the pairings in there. Okay. So we'll post the link, and all of you that are, going to be in the group, then, you can join the group, and we'll be getting together and doing Zooms, I guess, weekly, Laura?
Yeah.
Time to do like weekly Zooms, and we'll announce the new, activities and challenges we're doing. And that's really it. So it's just basically trying to help you guys just to be in some activity. Yeah. And that way in your business, nothing overwhelming. Like we were thinking this week, for you guys to invite people to the Power Hour. So just being intentional and,
actually inviting them though, not adding them to the page. We want you to actually reach out to them on Facebook and personally invite them to it.
Exactly. Yeah. And like what I do, just so y'all know, I think for me personally, again, going back to the whole, I think, being passionate, being positive, being consistent is so important in this business. So I want people to hear my passion. When I leave voice messages or I personally call people, I get a lot better results. I'm not just going to add them to the page. And yes, I may post on my Facebook wall about this Power Hour, but do I really think people are just going to jump on and join? Probably not. Yeah. I need to personally reach out. The other huge key with these events, huge, because I've been doing these for a while, these online parties, we've been doing them for months. You have got to follow up after the party. Okay. Yes. Again, fortune's in the follow-up, y'all. It's so important. remember, it's between the 5th and 12th contact most people actually order, but you have got to follow up.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Okay, and then like basically how the contest is going to work. So we're going to have challenges every week, and the first couple challenges for this week are super simple. So the 2 challenges are to reach out to, I don't know, 10 to 20 people. We want you to personally invite to this. I want you to look at your list. Your list should be always growing, and I want you to invite those people on that list, 10 to 20 people to our power hour. You can invite more than that. That's just a number. So that's your first challenge. The second challenge is to send me, if you're going to do it, you're going to send $10 via PayPal. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to give out prizes every week. And I guess we'll announce them on the Zoom call, Melanie.
Mm-hmm.
The winner.
Yep.
So it's basically what's cool is the more people that participate, the bigger the pots are going to be.
Right.
And so I think it's really cool. I think $10 is extremely attainable for all of us. So $10 and then
we just have to decide like what night, like this Thursday, I'm doing
this Thursday,
the Team Eichenhorst
Yeah.
training. So, I mean, you could always, if you wanted to lead the call, Laura, you can, or I don't know what night you want to make those weekly calls. I definitely can't do Sunday.
Well, I mean, it's not a week yet. So, I mean, Thursday's going to be extremely difficult for me because I have a Plexus party with Kim and Tanya, and then I also have a birthday party that night. So that's going to be very difficult. But we'll come up with a night that we can do them. Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Okay, we'll get with you guys. We'll fill you in when we know. Okay, so there have a couple questions.
Sure.
So do we just message you individually, Laura, for who we'd like to be paired with?
Yes.
This is Hanson.
Yeah,
That
I mean,
would be
either
fine.
that or I mean, I already have the people that already said they wanted to be in it, but yeah, I mean, whatever y'all want to do, y'all can private message me or whatever. That's fine.
Okay, so I'm not sure who Hanson is. Is
It's
that
Amy. It's Amy.
okay? And then Lynette is saying she wants to do it as well.
Okay.
So,
All right, Lynette. Yeah, I have you and Amy already written down here.
Okay,
So,
and then we have Ricky's asking how many weeks.
Do you remember? And
It runs to August 3rd. I think it just runs through the Leaders Retreat contest. So I think it runs
13 weeks. Is that right?
Yeah, so till September 1.
Okay.
September. So it got 3 parts to it, 3-part contest.
I mean, and there will be weeks, like I'm going on a cruise for 8 days and I'm not going to have internet at all. So, I mean, there will be weeks where it's going to be a little less, but I mean, Melanie, if she's out of town or I'm out of town, we'll just switch off. But, it's just one of those things that it just holds you accountable and helps you to work your business, honestly. So
we're so excited about it. We're going to be working together on it and really helping you guys. It's just going to pull you into a lot of activity. There is usually, and we'll figure out, but we have like 4 categories that we may look at and pick and choose from it. But it's basically, working on team building and personal development and, personal training. So it'd be like attending events, participating in calls. So that could just be like simple things like setting up a 3-way call with your upline or, setting up a Zoom prospecting call with, your new ambassador and their 3 to 5 potentials. So really basic things that I'm already doing, Laura's already doing to be an activity for our business. We're just going to help basically, train you guys a lot of what that income producing activity looks like and help challenge you to be accountable, basically.
Yeah, and you'll receive points for your team for every activity that you do for that week. So, so it's going to be really, honestly, it's going to get me you keeping up with that because there is no way that we can keep up with all that. So, I mean, it's in the honor system. You have to keep up with your points, but well, I mean, we'll show you the breakdown of the points, but you'll have to keep up with how many points and all that you have. So,
and the main thing is, who doesn't love a good challenge? These are not designed to be busy work or one more thing on the to-do list. These challenges are designed to grow you, boost your business, and you will have a partner to encourage you along the way. So, it's really just to help you, and it'll just help you in your for Leaders Retreat to get there to meet your goals.
Absolutely. So. Yeah, I'm going to work on that group tonight and hopefully get it launched. Either not, it might be late tonight, and if not, first thing in the morning. But we're going to get it launched and make y'all excited, and it's going to be an awesome thing for our business, I think. So,
yay! Does anyone have any last-minute questions? I know it's an hour, so we're trying to keep it an hour, but we're open to answering a couple more questions for you guys.
I put my PayPal in the chat, but I'm wondering if I guess I could just post it. I'll post it in the group when I create it.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
I mean, you have a few days to send it to me. Don't feel like you have to send me $10 tonight.
And there is going to be, it talks about, there is going to be a top cash prize will given to the team, those teams who have sponsored the most new ambassadors, with a tiebreaker being the most new preferred customers. So this is something everyone has a level playing field for. It requires everyone to get out there and share the products and the opportunity. So, and then the other thing that, you know, for the buy-in, they talk about Dawn, because our friend Dawn helped create this too. But one thing for the buy-in, trying to think where it is. Basically, it's just when people buy in, basically what that means, it's just going to help you to feel more invested basically in this challenge. I think when people buy in, that's really what it's about. Okay. So that's just helping you be very invested. Oh, Hanson's asking if
Absolutely.
smiley
That's a big deal.
part of your PayPal or just a smiley at the end of your message.
I always do winks at the end of my messages. No, it's not a part of it. It's here. I'll just type it without it. I'm sorry. I'm like, I have to do an emoji at the end of all my messages. It's really.
Lynette, it's just a monthly buy-in, just $10 monthly.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. I did it
But
without.
I promise you the $10 is going to be well worth your time, and you could end up winning it. So it's all back to you guys. It's not for us to be making money or anything.
No, absolutely not. We are not making money off y'all. I promise you. Well, we
No,
are,
no.
but that way.
Well, we are, but not in that way.
No. It all goes back to y'all.
She said, okay, thought so, but yeah. No.
Sorry, Amy.
So funny. Okay, does anybody have any other questions though? And we're going to get this going right away. So
Yes.
we're excited. We're excited for all of y'all to be there with us. It's going to be awesome.
Yay. Anybody have questions? We're good?
All right. Anytime, Jackie.
All
Can't wait
right.
to see you.
Thank you guys so much.
Night, everybody.